Okay,
you know.
so Jermaine Jenas said, I have let myself down, my family, friends and colleagues down, and I owe everyone an apology, especially the women with whom I was messaging. I am so sorry. I am sorry for what I have put them through. I think it would be fair to say I have a problem. I know I self-sabotage and have a self-destructive streak when it comes to my relationship, especially. And I know I need help, and I'm getting help. I have made a lot of mistakes, and I am asking myself a lot of questions at the moment. I know there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and it will be hard. Before any of this became public, I saw my private doctor, and after a long discussion, booked in for therapy to try and address these issues, where they stem from, and why I have been doing this and hurting the people I love. I'm not proud of what I wrote and what I said, and I do consider it cheating, yes, although nothing physical ever happened. This is all on me, and I fully accept there is a level of responsibility that needs to be upheld when you're a member of the BBC, and I fell below those standards. I must take the responsibility. I was given an incredible opportunity, and I know it's on me, and right now I feel I have lost everything. I feel like people are judging me, and that I am the #1 target right now in the country. According to The Sun, Jenas is considering suing the BBC for their handling of the situation. He continued, I did nothing illegal. These were inappropriate messages between two consenting adults. Okay, we don't need to hear no more of that. We definitely don't need to hear no more of that.
However, businesses more often these days, because you're outside of your working hours and you're not necessarily representing the BBC, you are always representing the BBC. So if you have a fight, if whatever happens, it's all going to be linked back to the BBC. So these corporations, these companies will say, you're bringing our company into disrepute. That's why we're taking these steps.
Real talk. Now, for me, this situation, I feel like any man who's caught up in these kind of things in today's world, you've had years of warnings. You've had years of examples, especially a brother who's working for the BBC, especially a brother who was an ex-footballer and is a pundit, especially you. You know what climate we are living through right now. A lot of that statement to me sounds like he sent pictures of his things and all them kind of things. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he was talking to two members of staff and they were getting very personal. Now, for me, I'm all about accountability. If I'm working in an environment like that, the girl could look like brand new money. Me and you ain't getting into nothing. We ain't getting into nothing. Nothing, whether in work hours or out of work hours, especially like how you got a woman as well.
Mark, is this wise Mark talking, or would young Mark say anything different?
Young Mark would say that he done nothing wrong. He was doing something wrong by cheating. Yeah. No.
Allow if he's got a girlfriend. He's got a girlfriend or not.
Yeah.
Would you entertain an external relationship with workmates?
No chance. That's just me though. Mm-hmm. Young Mark or old Mark, but I went through things in school that made me know that you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't mix that there.
You don't
business
mix
and pleasure.
Yeah,
that's what
business and pleasure does not mix.
It doesn't.
Business and pleasure does not mix now. He should know better. He should know better. Now, the BBC, of course, we know the BBC are hypocrites.
Very much
we know
so.
The BBC have favoritism, and there's men who have had all kind of things on their name that have remained employed.
Yep.
But he should know that we're in a climate where, as a man, you don't do them things, man. You do not. You do not. And you can if it sounds like he's saying he's got a sex addiction.
I was just gonna say that. That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, man. It sounds like he has a sex addiction, which a lot of these men have. If that's the case, why? Because I think it's the food they're eating. It's the content they're watching.
Yes.
It's keeping them. It's their suggested post on Instagram. All these things are by design.
Yes.
These men have a sexual addiction by design.
Yeah.
However, the most important thing is to protect your finances. You do not, in a climate like this, entertain women that you're working with at the BBC. You do not do that, because you're supposed to know that the whip's gonna come harder on you. You're supposed to know. These guys were turning. He said they were consenting adults. All that. I'll tell man straight. All that shit he was talking is bullshit. You've got a sex addiction, and you stepped out on your woman, so you have to say all that. I need to get help and all that rubbish. You've got to say that because you know that you've been caught.
You gotta style it.
Because your woman's gonna be like, yo, you mean to tell me that's what you was doing? And remember, you've brought shame on your woman, probably her mom's phone, and then saying,
yeah,
yo, Sally, what's Jermaine doing, man? Now she's got to explain all of that, so now she can say, we're getting help. He's got an addiction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's supposed to know better. You do not. I'm gonna tell a man straight. Listen, you don't entertain no women at the BBC. First of all, yeah. I guarantee you, it was 2 white women as well.
Of course,
they can turn victim quick. Yo, man, I haven't done this. Yo, he sent me a picture.
And the tears start to come instantly.
Come on, man.
Come on. We know the thing, man.
We know this thing, man. Remember them? Come on, let's keep it real. He's messaging these girls, probably saying, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. Now, the girls probably saying, yo, now you gone? And this is what I say. For all we know, somebody could have said to them girls, yo, turn that into food.
Yes.
Turn that into. This is what I'm saying. These men, if I'm working for any corporation like that, you're meant to approach every situation as though you're being set up.
Set up, come on, man.
Nobody's your friend. I'm telling you like this on the stream. Even in your workplace, no one's your friend.
Nobody.
You got start chatting your business and being all pally and see how quick they turn viper.
Listen. Don't chat your business full stop anyway. Don't be chatting your business at work. You're there to work and that's it. Yeah, you can watch this television program maybe, but don't be talking your business at work.
Facts, exactly. And now, look, he's gone. You had a nice gig. Apparently he had a prime time slot.
Yep.
And you've just mashed it up.
And he's on the One Show as well. Big time One Show.
yeah, man. The BBC, he had a spot on Talk Sport as well. Because now they're putting out statements saying they don't know what they're going to do and all them kind of things. They don't know how they're going to proceed. And so it sounds like they're going to give him the boot as well. You see, anytime around this climate, any man's supposed to know. Even if it was consenting adults, they can say that they didn't give you that impression. They can say that. It doesn't matter what you spoke about at the Christmas party. It doesn't matter what you got up to at the Christmas party. You've put something in writing that when you're talking about the BBC, you're talking about the best legal advice in the country they'll have. They would have went through them texts with a fine-tooth comb.
You already know.
So you've obviously initiated something, and this is what I'm saying a lot of these, man. Start thinking with the big head. The little head's going to get you into trouble.
It always does, man. It always does when you start doing that there and don't think logically. Like, come on, man. Sex addiction or no sex addiction, man. Don't mix that thing up with work. Business and pleasure don't mix, man. Especially you working at the Beeb with all the stuff that's going on. Hugh Edwards, Jimmy Savile. Come on, like you're gonna start playing games there with all of the cameras, all of the scrutiny, all of that power that they have. He set himself up to fail. And utilizing technology, as I say, talk is very different to writing things on messages and on WhatsApp, right? You can easily say, I didn't say that. So what are you talking about, man? Nah, man. I may have been a bit drunk, but I didn't say none of that stuff. What are you talking about? Prove it. You can prove it with these texts, though, right?
Yeah, man. It's in writing. And think about it. When I look at a man like Jermaine Jenas, he was playing ball when I used to be into ball. So I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, you've been a baller for the best part of 20 years.
Exactly.
Now, you're a pundit. Not no little pundit, a big pundit with the BBC. You still ain't got that out your system, rude boy. You still ain't got that out your system. You're still running down, girl. It's crazy. Like, you're supposed to, all right, even if you're a man who says, you know what, I can't have one. You have your queen. You have your queen to be or whatever.
Yes.
And then you have a friend who knows what the dealio is, who knows that, when Jermaine shouts me, he's going to come around, I provide a service, whatever. We don't know what they did. But you're dealing with there was no other... all right, let me say it as it is. There was no other white women that you could have linked. Besides ones that you work with. These, man, they're coming like that guy from White Chicks, you know. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I ain't going if it ain't snowing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These men are so besotted, like they're just throwing it away. No, Clark threw it away. Is it right? Of course it ain't right. But we know the era we are living in. Stop it, man. Go to work, do your punditry. Matter of fact, certain colleagues ain't even supposed to have your number, your personal number, out of work. You're not supposed to even be in certain WhatsApp. It's protect the bag at all cost.
Yeah. That's
what these men have to understand. Because now, they're putting things... That statement sounds crazy. They're putting things over your head now. Now you're on big paper talking about how you've inappropriate and... Because at first, it sounded to me like... I was like, I wonder what's happened. Inappropriate messages and all of this. It's probably two colleagues. They probably, in my opinion, it sounds like there was some sort of out of work antics, and somehow it's gone sour. And you know what can happen as well, Noble? You know what can happen in these situations at work? Let's say you're a flirty member of staff. You're always flirting. The girl's always flirting. She gets a certain idea. My man likes me, you know, like touchy and all of that. Now, eventually, one day, it just goes cold. She can start saying, one time my man was pursuing me. I got messages. I got messages that show he was pursuing me. He was saying all of this. He sent me a picture of his things. This, that, and the third. Now, we know that, that's some little man behavior. But we know they're going to get you up out of here, and that's what they've done. That's what they've done. Two consenting adults, but they're going to say inappropriate. You all work for us. You're gone. So the man who's in front of the camera, you're gone. And now you've brought shame on your woman. You probably got a few children now who have to ride that as well. You know what I mean? You've got to put your head down. You know them ones getting in the car. You've got a jacket over your head. What kind of thing is that, man?
Paparazzi out there. Just because of your little heads, desires, rather than your big head saying, whoa. Oh, look, but you know what? Love all that. I'm in this position. Make I get flipping little Becky. I'm going to call Becky every weekend. Me and Becky's got it on and popping. Wife don't need to know. Let's keep it on the under. You know what I mean? Let's keep it on the under, man. Let's not put it out there with employees, text messages and all that stuff. How about, them weirdos? And I understand, I guess. Disappearing messages on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
What about you? Something like that, you nutter?
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Or even WhatsApp's got the one-time thing. Where you can send a message and once it's viewed once, it deletes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like these, man. That's what I'm saying. If these men are gonna do these things, where you've got women on it, because that's what it is. He's guilty of having women on the side. That's what it is. Because he's like, I've got a problem and I'm hurting my love. If you're 41 and that ain't out your system, I don't know what to tell you, because you've had money for years, fame for years. I mean, it should be at the point now where you're like, I've got a real one around me. I'm just gonna spoil her.
Come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? No, but I've got somebody real around. All them desires I'll play out with her.
Yes.
Like, what's the problem?
But as you say, especially being a baller, like, that's not an average kind of lifestyle that you can lead in regards to, you know, bedroom activity. You can do all kind of madness. So, and they do all kind of madness. So again, as you said, how is that not? You must have done everything.
Yeah, man.
Just as a youngster, like, you got access to all this and all that and da da da. Like, nah, man, it doesn't make no damn sense.
Yeah, man. You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know now. All them man that are at BBC, Micah, big up Micah Richards, his original brummy, you know. Big up Micah. Yeah, man, he's from Aston originally. But man's like Micah, all these guys, yeah. You got to understand, you know, that you can be next. If you're running down Snow White and the Seven Dwarves as well, you can be next. You can be next. So what you need to do is go into work, keep your head down, and just be a pundit. Yeah, allow the whole heap of, look, this girl smiled at me, or that girl. No. Find someone outside. And the BBC ain't ramping, and the climate that we're living through now, we know that an allegation is as good as a conviction. Because we're not gonna see the women come out and speak, and then he gets to speak. It's just gonna remain this, because obviously whatever was in those text messages must have been bad in terms of what the type of content and what he was actually saying to these women. That must have been bad. But to actually get caught up in a situation like this in today's world, you only got yourself to blame. All I can say to a man again, stop thinking with the little head, because a lot have fell. Man, forget about Troy, you know. Man, forget about Troy. That was all over a brother who fell. Yeah. Who used his little head. His whole empire fell because of that. A lot of empires have fell because of that. Yes. You cannot, and it's not even like you can use that little head, just don't use it at freaking work. Simple. You can use it as much as you want, but just not at work. Outside of work, two consenting adults that like each other, have a ball.
I mean, like, let's go into the mind of my guy. Maybe these two work colleagues were, as they say today, they were baddies, Mark. There were two baddies, Becky and Rebecca, and they were just baddies, man. You know, they had all of the most voluptuous things that you could like, and you know, they were highly sought after. Every man in BBC were chasing them down, but Jermaine, he had the touch, man. He had the flavor, and they were texting, you know, sexting even, you know, and things just got out of hand, innit? Things just got out of hand, Mark. That's what it was. He couldn't resist it. His woman at home is you know, she's top shelf to a point, you know, but these ones were new money baddies, and he just couldn't help himself, Mark. Got caught up.
Look what it cost him. Look what it's cost him.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, now you've got to go through. Not only that, your business is now in the streets. To know that you've got an addiction. To what I'm saying, that's now outed. You've now embarrassed your family, which you should never do.
Exactly.
You've now embarrassed not only your partner, but like I said, if he's got children, they're going, because it's a 41-year-old. On top of that, a lot of the only thing you can really do now is set up a YouTube channel or something, because Sky ain't touching you.